this is you or anything. It's a lot of fishing for information.
Right.
And a lot of people that know, once I show that, it actually gives them information to help them. And that's why they keep asking for it. But I'll explain to you more when we get offline. But the people that's asking for the ping proof,
Mm-hmm.
they know why they asking so hard for it. And they want to see that proof so bad. I don't know if y'all
Why do you
remember.
think they're so I
Hold
think
on,
this is
Paul.
where I'm like,
I got you. Hold on, Paul. Do
okay.
you remember when as my green screen that I was showing y'all that always Lundini and the programs he was running, right? You remember that green screen?
Yeah.
Right? So imagine me doing the same thing and people learning what I'm running.
Okay.
So that's why I don't.
But I do know, however, okay, because you were talking about IPs. Can you show the IP? I mean, I know you don't want to show because that's sensitive information. You can probably cross that out.
I'm
Which
not
is
putting
sensitive
anything on her name
information.
though, Paul.
Huh?
I'm not putting anything on her name because I literally spoke to you about this, right? Because when I said this, right, I said,
She said, wait, she just said that you
there are
insinuated.
people out here. I mean, I'm sorry. There are people out here that have access to Flabby's page, right?
Right.
And what did I say? They probably weren't in on it because Flabby didn't let nobody know who they really were. But after today, watching somebody flat out lie and just make stuff up.
She's saying that you had insinuated or said or something today that she had logged into that page at some point. That would mean,
I said she pinged with that page.
What does that mean?
Which means she had to log into it before.
Right. So
if she did not create it, which I don't believe she did, I believe that page was created by Chasing Pillows. I really don't know who created the page because I don't get that type of information. But it does show the page.
I did see that the IP doesn't give like names and stuff like that. But
I'm sorry, what?
I remember reading up on that saying that it doesn't give names or anything like that. It gives you general area. There's 5 general areas that it gets pinged into regions. But what she's saying is,
it has nothing to do with location. We're not even talking about location. That's something else she brought up today.
So
I never said anything about location. I'm not talking about location. I'm not talking about where somebody is at, where IP or mask IP they're using or anything like that. When your page pings with another page, that means you logged into that page with your IP address.
That's what I'm saying. So what she's saying is, that's what she said. She said that you were insinuating that at one point she logged into Flabby's page. So
she had to.
So she's saying that she's willing to show her IP. She says she's willing to show her IP so you can match it up. Because she is very adamant that she's never logged into Flabby's page. And she's willing to
I don't need an IP address to show her that she pinged with the page. The page is pinging with hers, just like it pinged with Blaze's worst nightmare page.
I'm going to have to look up into what ping is, but I do know is that she is willing to show whatever proof she has because she's adamant about her.
And again, if she knows it like
I want to ask you something else.
There's no way to prove that she never logged into that page. How do you prove that?
All right. So I want to ask you for something else too, because you have mentioned in our phone call that, remember where I told you that we went back to those pages and we were like comparing and we noticed that from the screenshots that Flabby had and the screenshots that Dippity Dope had page, they were two different devices, because one of them, you can tell by the emojis that it was like an iPhone, and the other one, you could tell by the icons and stuff that it was an Android. And I remember you saying that you had downloaded a video where the person was actually talking, saying they're not your friend, they never had whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then, but I was explaining to you because, well, we didn't see that video. When we went to that, we only saw the one where it only had words. But you said you were able to save it and download it because apparently the person took it down. But you already saved it. So can you show that where we can
I'm
compare
not
this
showing
and
that
too?
for some reason. Again, they want to make this the focal point, right? Something that has nothing to do with the topic at all. That's how I know.
You said, wait a minute. You said the Dippity Dope page is connected to the Flabby page too.
Flabby page, yes, not iCrease page, just Flabbies.
So my thing, okay, I guess where if it doesn't give you names, right? How do you know whose IP address it belongs to if it doesn't give you names?
Again, so the IP address is just the way to find out which pages are connected to which. That's why it pings, right? What I'm saying is the pages are connected because of the IP address. You don't need to see an IP address to know a page is connected when it pings with each other.
I guess I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go educate myself on what ping means. So
basically, what I'm saying is, I know that Blaze's worst nightmare is Rostiana, and the reason is Rostiana is because of the Flabby page. Because Chasing Pillows and Rostiana were in a relationship. They were talking with each other. They were dealing with each other.
Well, I told you I have a feeling that page is Rostiana only because of the verbiage that is being used in those
it's
texts.
Definitely Rostiana.
Oh, okay. I mean, like I said, if you don't,
because
I understand how you feel that maybe some people are trying to get, but for me, I still feel how I feel. I feel like I
get it.
I don't want to run with
the same
anything.
Thing I'm gonna tell. I said, sit back and watch it all fall apart. But you didn't see me coming on here lying on iCreep though. That's not the only thing she said that was a flat out lie.
Okay.
If she was so, so truthful about everything, what would be the reason for her to flat out lie about stuff? Not just the apology, because, all right, I will grant you that, right? Because to me, apology and me saying that I didn't mean to offend you, that doesn't equal an apology to me, but I can see how people can see it, I guess. It's sort of a reach for me. But when did I say anything about locations? When did I say it was something else? What else the other lies were? I can't even
because
remember.
From my understanding, IPs give you locations, so it does all go together.
But who was looking for people's location? The only person that I think I even looked up or seen the location for was Trucker, and he's in Texas.
Okay. But I mean, so again, I can see why she would say locations, because IPs kind of do, they all do.
But again, I don't care about anybody's location, so I never said anything like that. But she sure enough made a whole point to put it out there and say it like that. Just like she put out the whole point of me.
Well, I will say this. If I feel like someone's lying on me, I'm going to be defensive too, and I'm going to probably try to hold lives.
But when did I lie on her? What lie did I tell on iCreep?
Well, for one, she feels like, that what you're lying on her is by saying that she's logged into Flabby's page.
Right. But when did I say that?
You've been insinuating it for days.
No, I didn't. I didn't insinuate her. I never said anything about her.
So hold on. Let's ask everyone in the questions, because I thought I was bugging where it sounded like you were insinuating that.
When did I say that? I didn't. I said it was 5 different people. So she just automatically thought I was talking about her? Because I didn't say nothing about her logging into that page until tonight. I asked her and she said no. I said, okay. And that was it.
Okay.
So I didn't insinuate anything.
Okay. All right. Well,
And before tonight, before this live, I never said she logged into that page. So
that's what she was
again,
saying, that you were,
before
that
this
you was,
live
she,
started, when did I
that's what
lie
she
on
said. She
iCreep?
said you said it tonight. To me, you were
I said it
insinuating,
tonight,
but
right? She said I lied. She's saying you're saying right now that that's why she's upset if I'm lying on her.
yeah,
I didn't
because
lie on iCreep.
she said you said she logged into Flavia's page.
Right. And that was in this live after she had already lied on me. After she had a whole pull.
Oh,
Let me ask you
wait,
this, right?
I don't know. I
What
was sleeping. So she had a live earlier, and in that live,
yeah.
before you said it in this live, she said you said that she had
No,
logged
she
into.
didn't say it. No, that you saying that's what she, I mean, and seeing, I'm not sure if she told you that, but you saying that's what she's probably upset about because I was lying on
No,
her.
because she said you said it on this one. For me, I felt like
This one,
you've been
this live,
insinuating
right?
it. But she said in this
Yeah, I
live, that's
said
what
it
she's
on
upset
this
about right
live.
now. Like
I
you
never,
said that.
I never insinuated. I actually flat out said it. I asked her why is she connected and pinging with Flabby's page. That's what I
Okay. Well,
said.
the insinuation is coming from me, but she said you said it today. So
All
I
right.
guess
So
that's what
let me
she's
ask you this, Paul.
about now.
What was the remember the conversation that we had, and what did you come back and tell me iCreep said?
About what?
What did she tell you and come back and told you that what she wanted to happen after you gave relay my message to her about not coming in my live
She said,
anymore?
please, she said, keep her name out her mouth.
Yeah, keep her name out my mouth, and she'll keep my name out of her mouth. What
Yes.
made her go live and make a whole live up about me today? Because I didn't say her name. I didn't speak on her. Why would she go live today after already saying I'm never going to speak on Blaze? I don't have no problem with Blaze, and as long as he keep my name out of his mouth, I'll keep his name out of my mouth, right? But she went live today and made a whole live about me. So what made her do it? What made her go back on her word? Because it wasn't me.
I do know that you said her name when don't say her name. I told you not to say her name.
When did I say her name?
When Cuban brought her up. You did say her name. And
What?
yeah,
when Cuban
you did.
brought her up, what are you talking about?
But to be fair,
Wait.
when you
What are you talking about? When
she brought her
Cuban brought her up.
Cuban brought her up, and you told her not to bring her up. So, in your defense, that's exactly what I told.
I'm sorry. When did that happen? I didn't speak on. I don't remember that at all. What live was this?
When the Cuban was in the comment sections.
That was yesterday, and I didn't bring her up.
No, she brought her up. No, I didn't say you brought her up. I said Cuban brought her up, but then you mentioned her name yesterday. Yes.
So me telling her, I don't even remember this instance at all. Me of Cuban bringing her up and then me responding and saying her name, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, I was gonna keep my word and not say nothing about her. So if I said anything, I would have said we're not speaking on iCreep. So she would go live because of that.
Because that was so it's basically like I relayed the message that you told me. To her, I said, I did not mean to offend, and that was not the intentions. And then,
Which was yesterday, right? Because I could have swore you relayed that message to her yesterday.
That was the day before yesterday. So then
no, it
yesterday,
wasn't.
Yes, it was. And then.
You sure? Because I swore I was on my way back from taking my son to boxing when we had that conversation. That was yesterday, which was Saturday.
That was
my son only has boxing on Sundays and Saturdays.
That was when was Cuban in the comment section? That was the day before.
Yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday?
That was yesterday.
I thought it was the day before yesterday. But either way, so when that happened, I messaged you and I was like, please don't say her name. Remember, I messaged you that. As soon as you said her name, I messaged you in the back end. I said, don't say her
And
name.
what did I say? I'm pretty sure I said somewhere along the line that we're not speaking on her.
So in your defense, that's what I told iCreep. I was like, I know that the deal was not for him not to say your name, but he didn't say it in a negative way. It was more so like he was actually saying, don't, not to bring you into it. So,
Right.
but
I know why she went live today. She stated why she went live today and spoke my name. And it was because the Flabby. After, she said just yesterday she couldn't wait one day because I spoke on Flabby, not her. That's what she said. She went live and said, I can't let you do that to Flabby. A person she never met before, still going super hard for it.
well, I'm not gonna say I'm defending Flabby, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna defend Flabby, because me myself, like, even though I've never met Flabby, I personally haven't seen any op behavior from
Where is
Flabby.
Flabby?
I don't know.
Where is Flabby?
She. I don't want to misgender Flabby, but deactivated the page last I heard.
I'm sorry. I mean, Paul, I get it, but like, I'm not the one moving funny. I'm standing on the shit I said. I ain't lied on nobody. I kept my word. I see other people doing the exact opposite of that. So who looks guilty here? I don't even see how.
Have you considered? And again, this is not me. Like, I'm just trying to look at it from all sides
I'm
and all
listening.
POVs, right? Could it possibly be that Flabby is hurt?
Flabby is hurt. Flabby. The most. I done seen Flab say some of the most foulest shit on this app. And now Flabby hurt?
I'm just thinking why, reasons why people might deactivate.
I mean, Flab ain't been fucking with me for the last couple weeks. So it wasn't like they were that close to me. Flabby.
I don't know. I'm just looking at timelines, and it just seems like this is, to me, it seems like it's happening because I don't know. I don't want to.
I know what you want to say, Paul. I know exactly what you want to say.
But it's just like, again, like I told you, it's just very reminiscent. It's just very reminiscent, and I don't like it. I don't like to see my friends fight. I don't like to see my friends. I don't like this. It's bad. It sits bad in my spirit, and when something sits
My
bad
thing is
in my
this:
spirit,
I don't give a
it's
shit
bad.
about Tanya.
I know you don't, and I'm
piece
not
of shit.
saying. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying that you don't think that about. I'm just saying it just feels very similar, like, because we've been here before, and it was very hurtful when that happened, and it just, I don't know.
I'm telling you, Paul. Once I see something, I can't unsee it.
I know, and I love the girls, and I really have a lot of love for the girls.
The girls? What girls? Because I'm only speaking to Iker. I'm not dragging
I know, but I'm talking back to, like, with this whole thing with Tanya thing, like, it made us even get closer, because we all went through something similar along obviously all of us. We all did towards the end, we all did, but it started off with all of us at the very beginning, and so we have this bond. And iCreep is like my daughter. She's, I have a daughter that's her age, actually a little bit older than her. And so I've really taken her under my wing. And so I really hate to see this going on between families. So there's a little part of me that
honestly, there's nothing going on between me. I'm going to say it again. I don't have a problem personally with iCreep. But I know what I know, and I know what I saw, and it's unrefutable. I know what I saw. It's not something I'm making out of thin air. I'm not going to sit here and lie on this young lady, especially when I felt as though we were all, cool around here and family around here. But obviously not the way some people have been moving off this app. and behind the scenes
Well,
with their actions, especially today. Because today was very telling for me.
well,
I didn't
I'm
have
gonna,
no
I'm
reason to
gonna.
go live about me, and she absolutely knew it, but she can't. When people act like this, they have shit to hide.
Well,
People that don't have
you
shit to
know how
hide
I am.
don't act like this.
You know how I am. And Sobi knows how I am too, because me and Sobi have had conversations where
Tell us what, Miss City Cat.
I've expressed to Sobi too, like how I hate like the fucking infighting. So Sobi knows me too. Like he knows I'm always like trying to like peace between all of us and try to gain understanding and talk and blah 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 behind the scenes. But I'm not gonna try to move you from your position. I know you have your feelings, you have your reasons to believe what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I feel. I'm gonna stand on how I feel, just because again I know.
And you see me, I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm not gonna get upset. Your opinion.
I know. And
I'm sorry.
I respect and I appreciate that. And I love everybody here. I do, and if I hope we can move past this.
Me too. But honestly, the way things are going and how deep they're going, I don't think it's pretty much inevitable. And I don't want to break up nobody's friendships. I don't want to cause a rift between people. I'm not here to divide people.
I would suggest, this is just, I'm not saying you have to accept it, but I will give a suggestion that maybe we can get behind the scenes, maybe with someone moderating, and we can all get together, have a conversation, and, iCreep can supply her proof, you could supply your proof, we can do, and maybe have a communication and talk behind, because this can all be not just a misunderstanding, but there can also be some confusion that can be clarified behind the scenes.
I'm gonna say this, Paul, because again, I said this earlier in my live. Right now, at this time and point, please, and what you say and what you do with this information. Now, iCreep asking for proof of what program and how did I prove or can prove that she is basically connected to the Flabby page. She's not going to get it out of me because I know she's fishing for information. She and I know that. Maybe people that don't know about these programs and how it runs, absolutely the fuck not. She will ever get that out of me. I know what she's trying to do. I'm already ahead of her. I've been ahead of her. And I don't mean to offend nobody, but she know, and I know.
All right.
And another person knows.
I will say this. I mean, she's willing to share her whole IP information.
Again, that's what I'm saying, Paul. You can't, by her showing her IP address, doesn't show that she